Dean is here, and today, Dean, you're making a lovely dessert, aren't you?
I'm going to make you a nutty summer fruit crumble.
Oh, nice.
The best thing about crumbles is literally they can be enjoyed any time of the year, using whatever's seasonal at the time. At the moment, you know, we've got the blackberries, we've got strawberries, we've got apples.
Smells gorgeous.
You know, in the winter time, you can pair it with anything else. But
there was a survey actually that said that blackberry picking is one of everyone's favourite simple pleasures in life.
Do you know what? I grew up doing it, and it's something that I've passed on now. Me and my daughter Indy, we always head out, you know, into the fields. Nice big basket of, you know, to get our blackberries. And do you know what as well? You go out there, you've got to be a little bit...
Your little daughter
there she is.
Bless her.
A bundle of trouble.
Doesn't look like you at all, fortunately.
Fortunately for her.
Yeah.
But we love it, you know, we go out, we pick the blackberries. You obviously got to be a little bit careful. You know, if you're picking by the road, you have to be very careful of the traffic, be careful about pesticides that have been sprayed on there by councils or anything like that. And
what do you do, just wash it before you eat it?
Make sure you really wash them. And as a general rule of thumb, pick above waist height as well.
OK.
Just in case dogs have been around in the area.
Gotcha,
right,
gotcha.
But blackberries are absolutely fantastic this time of year. But I'm also using strawberries. These are absolutely perfect at the moment. I'm actually going to flavour them up with a little bit of amaretto.
Amaretto. Now, you and me, we love our amaretto,
we
don't
do.
we?
And do you know what? Completely optional. It really, really is. But I think it will add something. Because I'm using some nuts within the crumble, it's going to actually pair, you know, along with that. It's amazing. So... leave those to soak for around 10 minutes. In the meantime, you can get on with the rest of your fruit. So I've got a pan on here, and I'm just going to go in with a couple of apples and also our blackberries. And we want to just let these stew down for around 10 minutes over a nice kind of gentle heat.
You've got something in there to stop it burning, a bit of butter.
Well, we've got a little bit of butter in there.
Lovely.
OK, and then we've got some sugar. Now, what I would suggest, you never really know how sweet your fruit is. So add around half, let it cook down. Okay. And you can always add a little bit more just to balance the flavours out towards the end.
Good
but
stuff.
Bearing in mind as well, obviously, the crumble on the top is going to be quite sweet. So you want that little bit of acidity, and it's about a balance of flavours.
OK.
Right, so if you kind of move on a little bit, this is one I've cooked down for around 10 minutes. You can see it's all changed. It's gone really nice and soft. At this point, we add in our strawberries. We don't want to cook these because they're going to go into the oven anyway, and we don't want them to break down too much. We want a nice bit of balance in there. So
could you use tinned fruit if you were desperate?
Do you know what I find
with it not as good?
The texture's never quite as good, but also because it's normally canned in syrup, you'll tend to find it might be a bit oversweet.
OK.
So I prefer fresh fruit, but you know, each to their own with that one.
Lovely.
OK, so there we go. That's my filling done. Now onto the crumble. So the most basic of crumbles, 3 ingredients. So you've got flour, butter, sugar. Get your butter cubed, get it in the fridge, and then basically what you're going to do is just make breadcrumbs.
So squish it and
just get it in there.
That's a job for the kids, I reckon.
That's definitely a job for the kids. Right, instead of me standing there for about 15 minutes doing that, I've obviously got one I've already done. So look at that. This is the texture you're looking for.
So not into a clump, just get them to
exactly.
sprinkle.
You're looking for breadcrumbs, basically. Then we're going to go in with our sugar. So that goes in as well, and you want to mix that through. But just to switch it up a little bit, and for a bit more texture and flavour, I'm going in with some rolled oats.
Lovely.
We've got some chopped almonds. OK, so they go in.
Grummy.
And also some chopped hazelnuts. So that is going to give us loads and loads of texture, loads of flavour. Now, the key to any crumble, right, is to not compress it. You want to just sprinkle it over the top. OK? Whatever you do, at this point now, don't go in there with your hand and start squishing it down. Just be really nice and gentle.
Otherwise, it goes almost like pastry.
Yeah, and it'll go really soggy.
Got it.
Right, that goes into an oven, set at 200, gas mark 6.
Yeah.
And that's going to take around 20 to 25 minutes.
OK.
OK. I'm just going to show you. You can't have a crumble without an amazing custard. OK, so what I've got here...
Love custard.
I've got a vanilla pod, which I'm just going to scrape out the seeds. OK.
Yummy.
They go into my pan.
Lovely.
And in here, I've got 50-50 milk and double cream.
Great.
Let that infuse over a nice kind of low heat for around 10 minutes, OK? Then what we want to do, once that's done, is go into our... sorry, I'm going to skip a stage there. We've got sugar there, 4 egg yolks. Yeah. Give that a whisk together. And I was actually shown this recipe by Michel Roux Jr. So, you know, this is... So this is one that I really stick to.
Oh, I bet. Well, you would, wouldn't you, really?
That goes in there. And then what we want to do is just whisk that together before returning it into the pan. And I'm going to keep an eye on it, just going to give it a little stir, and I'll show you the finished custard when we come back.